trying to beat the sun up. Grinding hard for mine to see a meal before my sun's up. All I'm saying is I'm trying to get my funds up. Gotta stay strapped.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining in of another episode of Run It Back. You already know what it is. We highlight the area's greats from yesteryear and what we've been paying close attention within our last few episodes. Just kind of like the 2025 season, we've been paying closer attention to the kids of today, today's generation, the ballers of today, the ones that's making an impact today. And, you know, we don't have a player today, but we have someone that's actually running it back with us. So they sat here from a legend standpoint, and now they're sitting here from a coach's standpoint, giving their view and their input on today's game of coaching basketball. I mean, they've been in this game, connected to the game for many years, so it's nice to sit down with the city's great pioneer, legend to the game, legend to the sport, legend to the community. None other than, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Margaret Hayward. How you doing, Margaret?
Welcome to back in the city.
Yes. Thanks for joining in and giving me this opportunity to talk with you. Like I said, we're running it back. Last time we ran it back, we were talking to you from a great. That was like 2 years ago. So fast time flew.
Time does fly.
But just from that time to now, what's been going on? What's new? What's going on in Margaret's world?
The same thing.
Okay.
I'm still here coaching. I'm not playing, of course. Not coaching travel or middle school.
Okay.
That's kind of shifted just to straight high school, but trying to get back to the younger kids, which is fourth grade, so that should be up and coming. But really just focusing on the rec center and also Holy Cross.
Wow. So Holy Cross been this is a big year. You know, you graduate one of you're one of the greats, female greats.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that? And what was this season like?
Well, this season we didn't have. None of us knew what this season was going to hold for us.
Okay.
We kind of figured after last year of making to the States.
Yep.
And we lost, of course, and then we came back, lost a player, transferred out. So pretty much everybody, their question was, how's she doing? How's the team doing? And, just like anything at Holy Cross from our great coach, Frank Lombardo, we don't coach one player, we coach everyone. So trying to figure out who's going to fill that role, which I'm pretty sure he had, and just trying to push confidence in our girls. And, some girls, like you said, one of our top players have had many minutes. She's played varsity for, I would say, 3 years.
Okay.
3 years. She didn't start her freshman year, but she came off the bench as a 6th or 7th man.
Okay.
And then during that COVID year, so they played a little bit. So she's had enough minutes to help, but you didn't know what it looked like. Losing a big, tall center is always who's going to get those rebounds, who's going to step in.
Right. That's the challenge that you anticipate.
Exactly.
Okay.
Not knowing what we're going to get into. Well, lo and behold, we get to play in the summer. We get to see what they look like, and they definitely look horrible. But that's what's
they
expected.
definitely look horrible.
Yeah, the summer they were just out of shape. It was like crazy.
Man.
But, we toughed it out, and I thought we did well.
Yes. Now, you said you guys coached the team instead of coaching the player. Explain to me and our viewers, how difficult is that task? We all say we coach the team, but when you have special players or elite players on your team amongst maybe some average players or whatever, how do you still grab everybody in?
Well, you have no choice. In our setting, a lot of people, you can't just come and focus on one person. It doesn't work that way.
Gotcha.
If I focus on one person,
You can lose.
I'm gonna lose some other players. However, we have to develop everyone.
Gotcha.
Because what if that one player falls out?
Somebody got to be able to fill that spot.
Somebody has to step up and fill that spot. And it went to show this past year. We played Newington. I think that was our second team to the state when we played for states.
Okay.
And our player went out in 3 minutes. 3 minutes in the first quarter. Didn't know how intense it was. It was a sprained ankle, brought her downstairs, and pretty much out.
Wow.
Newington was a tough team. Like within, I would say 2 minutes later, here comes their top player with a knot on her face.
Wow.
She was able to get back in the game. Our player was able to get back in the game, but to see her run, she couldn't do it. Okay. So you had to find other players to step in. That was probably one of the hardest games we played without playing with our top player who had to learn that everybody was coming at her, so she had to share the ball, understand her players. So she makes things happen. Her goal is to, how we put her is that she runs, she gets steals, she goes, lays it up. But a lot of it was attacking the gap and pushing it. So they had to learn to play without her for that time. So that's why it's important, not to just focus on one, but to focus on the team.
Right. And for those who may be sitting back listening, but unsure, who's the top player we're talking about?
Her name is Shania Howard. She's number 5 for Holy Cross. I would say now she's probably I don't know where her points end. I don't know where her point end career, because we haven't gotten to that. But definitely scored her 1,000 points last year. She was I believe she was All-State twice. If I'm not mistaken, should be probably this year. Hoping she would get top state All-Senior, but because of her injury, I doubt that would probably happen.
So she was All-State twice already.
Yes.
So if she get it this year, this will be her 3rd year.
Yeah. Well, she'll get. Yep, she should get it this year, but I don't think she'll grab the top senior.
The top senior. Okay.
State, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
But definitely was All-Senior for the city of Waterbury. She was All-NVL, All-City. So I mean, she definitely, despite having to wait her turn, her senior year, she kind of gravitated to everything.
Yeah. And it's good that you said in the beginning that you coach a team as opposed to an individual player, because a lot of times some teams don't grow together. You expect expectations throughout, but if you kind of like focus on one player or two or whatever, or just pretty much just not the whole team thing,
Correct.
The team don't grow as the years go on. You know what I mean? You can kind of get stagnant. But the fact that you guys continue to have success and your best player continue to grow as well, that says a lot.
Yeah, and then you have to, because we lost a good amount of players last year, it's like filling that role, who comes in. And that's always the hard part. And it's in our settings a lot different, because we're known to push, run.
Yes.
We're also known to play aggressive defense. We don't, our coach's basis is on not scoring. It's more to defense.
Defense
Okay. That's, because a lot of people say, oh, everybody's got to pay Lombardo's game. And I keep saying, well, what is his game? Because his game is basically defense.
Okay.
I mean, you can't win. You can go down and score as much as you want, but if you're not
stopping
them, they're going to do the same thing. So the goal is to always, be ready, be conditioned to play defense.
Yeah.
And it can be, you don't even have to be a top player. We have a girl who's a soccer player. Every time we get a soccer player, we always find a good soccer player. Don't really care about basketball, probably can't shoot,
but she can run up and down the court.
She's going to be on top of you.
Yes.
And that's what's she might not start, but she's going to come out to be that 6th person on the bench to give somebody a rest.
Yes.
Because you always need somebody to give a rest. So even our top players will come out so we can get somebody else in the We'll probably go as far as 8 or 9 deep if we need to.
Oh, y'all pretty deep then. Y'all can go pretty
And it's
deep.
not that they're talented. They just have to go and fill those shoes.
Right.
And that's the expectation philosophy that he teaches. Like, yes, we have 5 starters, but I need a good 3 or 4 more players to get in just to give our starters a break.
Just to give them a break, right. And not lose the game while doing so.
Correct.
Right. You said that you're looking to get back into coaching the younger ones. How is that, though? Like, because sometimes you can get locked in coaching the older kids, and then, like, is there a shift that you have to take, or a mindset that has to adjust when you're coaching like the little smaller kids?
No, I don't. I feel like the same thing that you apply with a high school, college, it's the same way you would apply to them.
Okay.
At some point, the young girl that one of the kids that got me into is my goddaughter Kim Clements, who played Holy Cross, went to University of Albany. Her daughters, wanted to play. She's always wanted to play because she's seen it.
Gotcha.
But her playing stands from just running around.
Okay.
But just from her being around it now, she's ready to dive into it. So, okay, if you're ready to dive in it, we're going to see how good you are ready to dive in, because it still comes the same way. Nothing changes. The same fundamental keys are the same way. You have to be conditioned to play the game. You got to be conditioned to play 32 minutes.
And that's from every stage.
Every stage. Everything is about conditioning. I mean, anybody can stand here in front and just shoot 100 shots, it goes in. But can you run up and down the court?
Right.
Can you do, these drills, drill, have some suicides, all those things that go in and run 17s and still make a shot?
You'd be surprised. There's people that tap out when it's time to do suicides,
It's interesting. I was working with one of my older players, his name is Century McCartney.
We got somebody in the audience, ladies and gentlemen, that don't like suicides. It's kind of like their kryptonite. So
you kind of change the word like happy slides because
happy slides.
But that's the transition that you need for basketball because the ball can go this way and you got to revert to go this way. You know, the ball goes back this way, you got to revert to go this way. So that's what you do is that stamina piece that you need to keep.
Yeah.
And she's been out of an injury because of her. She tore ACL twice. She had surgery injury and an ankle. So I had her in the gym today, and I was like, I know you can't run, but you're conditioning to run and shoot. Mm-hmm. So despite of how you're running, I just need you to get to this line and get back. When I tell you, no matter how much she was running, she was still knocking it down. Wow. So I'll give her a minute to shoot, and you got to at least make 10 to 15. She can make 15 in that minute. Wow. And didn't change her shot. You just have to get conditioned to here to get herself in. Yeah. Now the shot was going in as confident. She's like 1, 2. It wasn't 1. Because, everybody said to shoot 3. Right. The 3 is up. But that shooting system of conditioning, you have to be able to run. Even when you're going this way, that way, the ball still has to go in the basket.
Still got to go in. And that's good, too, because at the end of the day, if you're playing 4 quarters, at the 4th quarter, you're still going to be a little drained, but you still got to score, And
even though I had one of my younger kids, she now wants to, I ain't doing that little kid drill. She's doing the same thing she's doing. So it doesn't change, it doesn't waver, it's the same thing.
Same thing.
You get the same results.
Wow, you're right. Not to jump around, but if you're looking at the state of female basketball today, like how would you rate, or where is females basketball in terms of on a national level? Whether it's college, you got the Jujus, and then you got the Caitlin Clarks of the Angel Reese's of the WNBA. That's bringing more notoriety to it. Not to say they didn't have it, but it seems like people are tuned in.
That's just in anything in life, It's a revolving door, right? Okay. So when Taurasi was playing, it was like basketball, everything, and everybody's going crazy.
And then it kind of,
but
it down a little bit.
Yeah, but now it's like, it sparked its thing when Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, and then it kind of brought itself back. It didn't change the dynamics because they're still playing, they're still doing that. It's just that now that you have more social media, that plays a huge piece because, as we evolve on social media, you get to see a lot more people as phones are out. And it could be a little clip that you're looking to clip this, but then you catch something else.
Right.
It's that. So that piece, it's great to see it. But I don't think that it's buying into in our state because we're not working hard.
You mean Connecticut?
In Connecticut, it's not working hard. But when you look at it, like right now,
so nationally,
you see right now, Don said he got 5 or 6 of the All McDonald, All American. How are you playing on it? How are you buying into all that, right? And somebody got to score, but we can't, But and then you never know. It might be an upset because Juju, she is making her way.
She's making her way.
And so it's like it's nice to see that, and the young girls just need to find that and understand. Like you could. It's one thing to play the game, but you got to watch it.
Right.
You have to literally watch it, hear it, see it for yourself.
It's one of those things, and it's like studying it. You have to study, watch, like you said, watch, study, and practice.
But defining on how you're practicing, because you can't just come in the gym and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this." You got to put in.
Knowing how to practice.
You got to know how to practice. You got to know how to stay conditioned. You take 2 days off. That's like setting yourself back. I don't know how long. Our girls just got off a season, and I'm doing conditioning with them right now, and they're dying in the gym.
Well, I was going to ask you that. Like, how long do you wait in between the end of the season till you start?
Our coach is a guru for like sitting down after season, saying what you got to work on. Okay. He says that when they first come in. He says it at the end. He says it all 4 years. And I gave tennis balls to like my little 3rd graders, and I said, all I want you to do is sit at home and dribble 100 times your right hand, dribble 100 times your left hand. And when you come to practice, I can tell if you've been doing it.
Gotcha.
So when they come to practice, they don't lost their tennis ball, so they haven't done it, or they can't dribble because it's showing me. And then I'll ask, did you? And they look at their parents. You haven't. These are the things you have to do when you can't get into a gym, when you can't find a court, and you have to find time to work out. Because if you don't put in anything, you're not going to get nothing. You can tell. You can tell. As a coach, you're supposed to come in conditioned. A coach shouldn't be conditioning you during practice when they're starting to practice.
Or during the season.
Our goal is see who's gonna make the team, and how do we put in our plays, and how do we do this? You should already come in already conditioned.
And that way you get a quicker jump to the season as opposed to, all right, I got to get 15 players in condition to be able to run the plays. You should come in, like you said, come in ready. Now all we got to do is just learn.
So when you go to contract, ain't you ready?
That's right.
So you'll make time for what you want to put time into. And that's why, our coach is always saying, we're always saying, hey, practice should be 10 times harder so that when you're in the game, it's easy.
It's easy.
So if you ain't sweating and you don't have to go, hey, coach, I need an extra shirt, that means you're not putting in work.
Exactly.
You're not putting in work. You're just doing the bare minimum. So if you're going to do bare minimum, you're going to get bare minimum in the game.
That's right.
It's just simple as that.
That's right.
You're going to get exposed some way, somehow.
Now, I mean, so you a lot of things have been going on within the last year. You've been busy here at the rec. What are some things that, the parents, even the kids that might be paying attention or watching, that they can look forward to within the next few months of the happenings at the North End Rec?
Well, definitely, like community partner is one of the huge pieces that, I would love to develop here. I mean, we have the space, so it's nice to have like settings just like this, like your podcast, which, I think is super dope if we can get kids to kind of come here, because that's the one thing. And a lot of kids are not business oriented; they're in the communication, and it's nice to see the younger kids at the games, video taping, or they're making the nice video tapes and the pictures of the kids. You get to see them on the social media sites where they can get it. So that part's that. Still doing what we've been doing. I mean, the other thing is just trying to develop, finding coaches that would like to come and coach boys or girls basketball.
Okay.
Because now that I'm out of that scene, I need that extra help for that. So we're looking to get that back to going where we can get like fourth through eighth grade basketball players, girls and boys, to kind of come back in, so we can start back doing that. But we're worked on with the boost schools right now, where the boost schools are playing on Tuesdays, so the kids that don't get to play in middle school,
They play in the boost team.
they're playing the boost team here, so they play every Tuesday nights. We have a team here, and then we added a team from Wilkett, Terrell, Coach West.
Okay.
He was like, he saw the fights that couldn't get in. Yes, he wanted his kids to kind of get the city life beat down, but that's not happening.
That's not happening.
So yeah, his team is coming here and they're doing their thing.
But they do it. Okay.
I'm like, sorry. But then it gets to show, because now those kids in that era,
They're grown.
and they're working, and they're in the suburbs, and so and
That means the game is transitioning to all the other areas within the, kind of like the local areas too. It's not just inner city. You got the outskirts that's putting in work and getting better as well. Now that's awesome. And also too, just kind of like a moment of silence. We lost a great person in Mr. Darius Butler, who put a lot of sweat and man hours in this gym. Touched a lot of lives within the city. Responsible for a lot of grown-ups now on their path that they took over the years. So it's definitely, I want to big up to him, because he's, like I said, he touched a lot of people. Special gym in the city that the city has lost within the last year. So RIP to Darius Butler, and would definitely be missed. And I know you was close with him through the years, so I know that probably kind of touched you as well.
Yeah, it's been very quiet, shall I say, but it definitely was, it's sad, to see that, he's not here with us. He left a long legacy here. Definitely, shout out to the community that really put together nice enough money to definitely to do right by him. Definitely, we would be sowing seeds. Of course, I would be definitely sowing seeds back to our community, because we raise more than enough, and there's no reason for me to hold on to it. I get nothing by that. But definitely want to ensure that we definitely finish out what we said we wanted to do for him. So there'll be some up-and-coming stuff coming within the spring or summer to make sure we finalize everything. His stone is getting up in April, so that part is great. Okay. Can't wait to see that, so we can finalize that and have something at his grave site and stuff like that. But the bigger piece is doing the one thing I've always said that I would love to do. So finalizing that, getting that together, We'll do that, and then also trying to see what kids are still looking for schools to get them to the EKB. Last year and the year before that, I think we sponsored a few kids to kind of go out there to play if you didn't find a college to go to. So in honor of Darius, I think we did 3 kids. We said we'll send, because it's not expensive.
Right.
It wasn't expensive,
Right.
so we were able to send 3 kids to take part in that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. So as moving kind of like to the summer school year, the end of the school year, what are some, I guess, thoughts and what are your plans as you prepare for next, basketball season?
Well, hopefully, if the girls, we're all looking for the same result, nothing changes in our method. We're still gonna be in the gym pushing, and we're still gonna be trying. I mean, our gym schedule is the same. It doesn't change. It's the same thing. We do the same thing. Nothing changes because one girl's not out. And all we do now is because we lost. We lost 5. I think it's 5 seniors.
5 seniors. This year.
This year, so they're pretty decent, especially because and I've known some of the seniors pretty much. One, which is our coach's daughter, Isabella Lombardo, who, has been around basketball program for years. So everyone has watched this girl play. So to, watching her these last 4 years is going to be, definitely is a big hit. Okay. Because she could definitely get the ball in, shoot, and she definitely plays some great defense. Yes. And she knows the floor. And then we have our other, he has her as 5. She's definitely, to me, a shooting guard. Okay. But in this program, which is what I love, it doesn't matter your height, size, or whatever. As long as you have heart, you want to play. She was our 5. She's the 5. Her name is Maddie Nebo. I think she was about like 5'3", 5'4". Oh, man. She's probably shorter than me. But she didn't do a lot, but you couldn't take her off the court. Okay. But definitely could shoot. Confidence. Mm-hmm. And then we had one of our soccer players. Her name is Joya Bemenu, who comes off the bench, and I mean, she played the top player every time. Wow. Every time. Wow.
And I know I can just imagine the energy that she has coming from soccer to that. Oh, man.
Every time.
Like the Energizer Rabbit. Just.
Yep, and then there's Janaya. So, yeah. I mean, I think this set was probably like the most bittersweet because they accomplished so much in 4 years. Being COVID, missing. I actually, that year when they were 8th grade, I had raised money for those girls to go see their first Biggies. What is it? Final Four? Yeah, the Final Four in New Orleans. Okay. Oh, man. We were like right there. Our season was going great. Everything's going great. Shut us down. So they didn't get to do that. So the money that was raised was to pour into them after COVID let us out, and they were able to get in tournaments and stuff like that. But so coming back, that part was hard. Mm-hmm. But they grew to adversity, and despite the loss, I mean, their season was spectacular. We wound up being the number 1 in the state. Oh. So that was, really great for us. Oh, wow. We lost. We were invited to one of the top tournaments out, Hoop Hall Fest in Springfield. So that was nice. I mean,
that's not the classic.
Yeah. Hoop Hall Classic. So that was nice. Excuse me. It was a challenge for them, but they won. We had a hard schedule, playing Mercy, winning Mercy.
Wait, so they played out there and won out there?
Yep. We played against a high school from Springfield. Ooh. Yep. So they got to get that experience. It's always a nice experience.
And that's one of those premier, that classic one of the premier tournaments.
Yes. I mean, ours was probably like the lower one.
Yeah, but
I mean,
still,
at the end of the day, so you have IMG schools, you have all the schools from California, you had LeBron James son there, you had, Layla Carmelo Anthony. So you had so many, and you had the young kid from New Haven, from Notre Dame was there.
So EYL schools.
I mean, you have all those schools out there where they're, that's most of they're traveling, so they get the 2 games. We were lucky to get 1. We were able to play the girls. It's always a great time for them to get that experience. I mean, they think it's because of them. It's definitely not because of them. It's definitely because of our coach. Kudos to him for the program that he has placed, for them to have that. It's a different span when you can be able to do that. And then we lost. I think we lost 2. So our first game we lost to Northwest Catholic, which is one of the top teams in the state. Yeah. They wound up dropping to the 4 because they lost in their tournament. Okay. But they wound up winning state, which was great. Wow. So, and then that was it until we We had to play St. Paul again, of course, for the NVL tournament. It was good, but we won finally, so that was great. But we finished with a 96-9 season for that 4 years, so that's great.
Wow,
So 96 wins and 9 losses.
Wow.
They got
That's
two
incredible.
that 4-year girls got 2 NVL champions, 1 state, and 2 contenders. So that's
wow. That's a successful 4 years.
That's an amazing 4 years.
That's amazing.
I think he topped it to the 07 team where they were definitely the same and they were a little bit, but back then basketball was different. But now, so for them to go out like that says a lot. That's a statement to who they are, to the program, and understanding that despite you lost one player, nothing changes.
No,
somebody just has to come in and fill that role.
Right, because it's still business as usual. Wow,
you got to find somebody.
Wow, that's awesome, and I know you guys, got your work ahead of you, but it's not a task that you can't overcome. You guys have been having success this long. I know you're going to continue this success, and long as these doors is open, the rec is always going to be a success because you point into the community.
We just got to figure out how to get back. Where's the time where it's quiet, where you get the kids back, the kids that really want, because it's easy to open it up, but it's just finding the kids that really want to do it.
Yeah.
Because there are kids who really want to come down here to play.
Yes.
They want to work out, but then you get the kids who just, they ain't trying to work out.
I know that.
They're not trying to work out.
All right, so from a coach's standpoint, what are some tidbit tools that some of the players can do, like while they're home, transitioning either to summer league or summer league to the fall league? What can they do to work on their skills or their game while they're home now? Or,
Well, I would say this. There's a lot of trainers in the world. There's everybody's training,
Yeah.
Take heed to what they're saying or teaching and do it by yourself.
Okay.
Because it's easy to work out with somebody.
Yeah.
It's hard to work out by yourself.
Because you got to get that motivation.
You got to get the motivation. You have to push yourself.
Right.
It's you versus you.
You got to have the drive.
You got to have the drive. So if I'm timing myself, I'm timing myself. If I'm saying I'm going out there shooting, I could practice form shooting all day and stand there. But let's be realistic. In the game, what it's doing. So let me practice form shooting and let me run. So I just tell the kids like this. There's steps. Try to do 10-second sprints. I always say if you can get somewhere, try to run a mile a day. But remember, when you're running a mile, that is conditioning your body. But you also want to do the lateral movement because that's what basketball is a shift. So you're moving
constant lateral movement. Constant.
And you have to work on your core. The key component, if you get to the basket and you get pushed, that's nothing but core.
Yep.
Jumping rope, it's simple stuff. I was showing people that all you need is a ball. It don't matter if it's a heavy ball, light ball, put the ball behind you. I wish I could do this to myself, but that's another story. But it's simple things. 50, and I had her dad pretty much, because I said, what time you get up? She said 6:30. I said, get up at 6 o'clock. I said, I'm going to have time you on what these drills you're going to do. These are similar drills you're going to do. Our coach wants you to do 100 push-ups a day. You're going to do 100 push-ups. Simple. She did it in 13 minutes. Okay. That's all it takes. So you apply 13 minutes to that, and then now you just do some shooting. Take 500 shots a day. You have to take 500 shots a day.
You have to.
And you don't have to do nothing simple. Just do your regular zigzags, crossover, reverse split, behind the back. And all this other stuff, it's okay to do it. But if it don't bring you somewhere, what you doing it for? Like you beat the person, they fall, you look, you bring them back.
Right, you just defeated the person.
You just defeat the person. Just go by them. They're going to do the oohs. The oohs and ahs are still going to be the same. They ain't going to change.
Right.
And then just swimming. Find somewhere to swim. That's another good way to do something. Lifting weights. That's another good thing. And if you don't have weights, you have a gym. I used to tell them, I wish they didn't take down the staircase over there by downtown. They used to have that garage where I make my kids with their book bag with canned goods.
Oh, man.
Run up, run down. Run up, run down.
There's a lot of things like that, and like you said, people think you don't need a gym. You can do so much with body weight and bare minimum things that you already have. Like you said, book bag. You can put a couple books. You can put a couple books and a couple pairs of shoes in there and do some exercises.
You go in the back of the record, just run them lines.
Yeah, you don't need high tech equipment. You don't need a gym. You can get yourself right at home with just you. If you didn't have nothing else, you can get right with you.
I mean, if you saw Creed 3, what did he do? He didn't. He went back to the old. Let me go fight this heat. Let me go chase this. Let me go chase a car. Not that you're going to chase a car, but when there's nobody, you don't have money. There's stairs everywhere. There's stairs at the Woo Kid track. You just run up and run down.
That's right.
It's simple stuff. You can still know how to do a crunch by yourself without help.
Exactly.
You know how to do six high inches without yourself. I mean, so there's so much you can do. So much you can do.
So they was instead of having that on vibrate.
We listen, but we don't judge.
Exactly. But that we are coming up on our time, and I'd like to first of all thank you for sitting down with me. I don't want to take too much of your time because I know.
No, you good.
But I'd like to thank you and also give your props to your coaching, your career, everything that you do here in the city. It doesn't go without notice. We see what you're doing. We appreciate it. Keep doing it. The city needs it. The city needs you. And also too, we gave some gems to the kids. Are there any last minute things you would like to, or messages that you would like to give the parents?
That's a hard.
I
know. That's a good one. I think if I would have to say to parents is literally trust the process sometimes. I've learned a long time ago, about 14 years ago, stepping into a role at high school coach, which I never thought I would want to be in.
Yeah.
And I've learned that a lot of people see only one thing, and I get it because, you want your child to shine.
Yeah.
But everybody looks at their own kid. They're not looking at team.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, basketball is based on life lessons, just not court life lessons. There's going to be time where you can't stand at that interview and coach your child.
Right.
Your child doesn't get that position that they want. You can't go in there and go off on your child's boss.
Right.
They're going to look like you're fired.
Right.
Sometimes you got to trust the process. I know it's a hard process to swallow. I know it's your baby. I get it. I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
There are times and situations I myself, would question, but I would look and I would see, but then I would look at my kid, one of the kids that I really had a strong, understanding for. I believe she should have got a lot of things that a lot of times she didn't get.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some hurtful times she had, and I had explained, but because he did this to you, you did this. And for every action, there's always a reaction.
Gotcha.
But the reaction has to be a sting. So if you're going to do this to me, I'm going to make sure you understand that what you did wasn't right. How does that going to look? I'm going to play harder. I'm going to show you why this person shouldn't be in this spot. And then when I'm finished with her, I'm coming for her. And when I'm finished with her, I'm going to make you understand.
That's right.
That you're saying I'm not working. I'm going to show you how I work. Because there's a lot of things that parents don't understand. Like, I'm in practice every day.
That's right.
And to hear some of this stuff, I'm like, math is not math. So it's more than I get. You can't put 10 players. You would love to play everybody, but you can't. It doesn't work that way. You got to do what helps you. And that's why there's JV and freshman. It does suck sometimes. Our JV games do get canceled. Our freshman games get canceled because that's when you want the kids to play. But being in a varsity setting, especially on that level, our coach is so passionate that he gets really hard involved. When I'm telling you he's up, wee hours of the night, in the morning, after a loss, we're talking about going to sleep, and we know he's up watching the game. He's watching the game.
Yeah.
He's studying it and doesn't get a lot of money for the time he's putting in. And he's putting in way more time than anything.
Wow.
He's just not showing up and say, okay, roll the ball. He expects the best from our managers all the way down to the top senior.
Gotcha.
It doesn't change. It never favors away, but he's the same. And that's why his successes are his successes.
Gotcha.
I think he has, 16 NBL championships.
Wow.
He's over 600 or something games.
Yeah.
2 state titles, and a whole bunch of runner-ups.
Got you.
You know, the banners on the wall are what they are, and I'm not even going to see I don't know how many city ones we've had. You know, he has won, but I mean, you know, it's, you know, and even this year, the adversity, losing his best friend, which is a close friend of Coach Stanko.
Okay.
You know, even that was a hard hit.
Got you.
You know, one of his closest friends who's taken that journey with him, left, came back, and to even still be in the same setting, to come back and pour into some kids.
Got
you know, just be mindful that these, you know, the coaches are definitely out there, and they're not just saying, "Oh, I don't like you because such and such and such."
Mm-hmm.
Their best interest is always going to be about the team. But yeah, just, you know, parents, I get it, I hear it, I see it, but understanding that
sometimes you got to trust the process.
You got to trust the process,
yes.
And the kids understand, like, sometimes you don't make it freshman and sophomore year, but by the time you're a senior, you can still get 1,000 points by the time.
That's right.
You still can make your 1,000. You still can make a good school. You can still do damage at 11th grade and 12th grade.
That's right.
There's still more. And if you don't make it there, I've seen others where they went to college and they made it there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's still not late just because you didn't get it your freshman year, you didn't get your sophomore year. And that said, I probably would want to wait till I'm, now that I see it, I probably would want to wait because it's so scary. It is scary. It is scary. It is scary when you're yelling, you're screaming, everybody, and then, you know, we got to help. And that, it's a lot. It's a lot coming at you, and there's a lot on the line.
Yes.
And we're playmakers, so he's going to pull out a play. And he has like 1,000 of them. So, and that's the part that's crazy. So he can pull out a play. He's going to, listen, you might not score, but I'm going to tell you, he's going to make you score. You probably be the worst player. He's going to get you to score.
He's going to get you to score.
All they got to do is set up the play. You might put your daughter in there, too. Yeah. I bet you she's going to score. She's not going to understand how she did it, but she's going to score. I can put money on that one.
Oh, man. But, Margaret, man, it's always a, you know, a blessing and, you know, to sit down and chop it up with you. I'm sure we're going to have these conversations some more because, you know, you got so much that you're pouring in, that you're pouring out to the kids, and, you know, there's so much information, too, that you're, you know, that you're willing to share with the folks around. But, again, I want to thank you for, you know, giving us the opportunity, run it back, and, you know, like we tell people, you know, we want to, you know, uplift our city. We have a lot of gems, and, you know, you're one of them. And so we want to, you know, give you your flowers and, you know, just, you know, thank you for all that you do.
Appreciate it.
And, you know, keep pouring into the kids. They need it. Any questions? Okay. Everybody's mom. They scared. We got to scare. You know, for those that's listening to, we got the Running Back Youth Edition. That's, you know, you'll be seeing soon.
Yes.
You'll be seeing soon.
They'll be at your school.
They'll be at a school near you very soon, or a rec or park coming to you soon.
Also, they'll be meeting here at the North End Rec.
They'll be meeting here at the North End Rec. You want to be involved? Come on down. Wednesdays and Saturdays. But, you know, follow us on social media, you know, and see where we at. But without further ado, you know, this is it. This is a great time to chop it up. And, you know, so long. I'm Eric Lewan. This is Margaret. Yeah, have a great night and enjoy your, you know, the rest of the evening. Bye-bye.